see it right now.
Sound the heaven choke slam! Priest is won the world title! Looking for the figure four! All alone now.
Elbow to the back of the neck.
Rolling Stone!
WrestleMania 40 saw Drew McIntyre finally win the World Heavyweight Championship from Seth Rollins. Winning the championship in front of a live audience was a huge milestone for the Scottish Warrior. This was a moment that has eluded him since WrestleMania 36, where he won the WWE Championship in front of no crowd. It was a surreal moment, as Drew had tears in his eyes when he held the title. However, just moments after his win, Mr. Money in the Bank, Damian Priest, rushed to the ring and hit McIntyre with his briefcase. He then successfully cashed in his contract, walking out of WrestleMania as the new World Heavyweight Champion with his Judgment Day friends. It was one of the most shocking moments of the entire weekend. And you know what? This whole thing could have been avoided. This happened because McIntyre went to confront CM Punk, who was at ringside doing commentary, and after winning the championship, McIntyre started talking trash. We all know the feud that has been going on between McIntyre and Punk. It all started when Drew took the blame on himself for injuring Punk at Royal Rumble, and since then, he has been mocking the best in the world on TV and even on social media. So, at WrestleMania, when Drew was engaging in verbal jabs, Punk had enough and decided to retaliate. He tripped McIntyre off the announcer's table and attacked him. This was the moment Damian Priest had been looking for. He came out, hit McIntyre with the briefcase, and cashed in his Money in the Bank contract. He threw Drew into the ring and delivered his South of Heaven chokeslam finisher, pinning him and becoming the new World Heavyweight Champion, as Punk watched with a grin on his face. In just a matter of minutes, Drew McIntyre's reign came to an end. This could turn out to be a strategic move by WWE to intensify the animosity between the Scottish Warrior and the best in the world. Having Punk cost Drew his championship not only adds fuel to their already fiery rivalry, but also extends the feud in an engaging manner. Also, with Priest cashing in, Drew finds himself in the same position as before WrestleMania, without any championship, whining and complaining. And this development only adds to his reasons for frustration. We don't know when or where Punk will return to in-ring action, but whenever he does, McIntyre will be ready to make him pay. CM Punk needs a deep personal rivalry like this to reaffirm his presence in WWE after his return, and thus far, Drew McIntyre has excelled in portraying that adversary for Punk. There's also some bad blood between Punk and former World Heavyweight Champion Seth Rollins, and there were rumors that he was supposed to face Seth for the championship before he got injured. While WWE is likely to revisit this feud eventually, for now, Punk's focus is on his ongoing rivalry with Drew McIntyre. This gives WWE a window to create some distance between Punk and Rollins before booking their feud. As per what's next for Damian Priest, well, he just won the World Heavyweight Championship, and he needs to establish himself as a dominant force. So, WWE must provide him with a strong booking and ensure he racks up some victories over worthy opponents, maybe even defeating the former champ, Seth Rollins. With a solid booking throughout his title reign, he could potentially transition into a fan favorite. He can even feud with his Judgment Day brother and former tag team partner, Finn Balor, causing dissension in the group, a story that WWE was telling last year. Now, with Priest as the champ, it's an opportune moment to revisit and develop that storyline. He needs at least 3 months with the championship to prove his mantle as a main event player. Coming back to Drew, he deserves a longer title reign. He is doing some of the best heel work right now, and he should be rewarded for that. Also, if Priest turns face, Drew becomes the perfect opponent to end his reign. We all remember the pandemic era when the Scottish Warrior was the WWE champion. He had a great reign, but it was in front of no crowd, and ever since losing the championship in 2021, he has never won it back in front of a crowd until now. but it was taken away from him just like that. It's a great story, and he needs to win the title back later this year. And given the deeply personal nature of his feud with CM Punk, it would be remiss not to involve the World Heavyweight Championship. This cash-in stands out as one of the best in recent memory, as it has a lot of positives. It provides Drew McIntyre with additional motivation to harbor animosity towards CM Punk, thus extending their feud, and also propels Damian Priest into the main event spotlight, opening up new possibilities for him in WWE.